Every week we get closer and closer to just having that intro.
That was good.
It was close.
I thought this was going to be the week.
We're so close. Anyway,
just the extended cut. It's okay.
The extended intro. To all who come to this happy podcast, welcome everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of Baggy Red Shorts. I, of course, am JShot. With me is No.Chewing and our good friend Alan Rappa, who came once and just we decided to let him stay. But anyway, how are you guys? How's everybody doing?
Doing well. Happy it's Thursday. Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. We got a really awesome guest. Satisfactual Sign Co is here. And I'm even more excited. We have our very first sponsor, which they have sent us t-shirts that I have to send out to you guys. I apologize. But I'm gonna Chewy, can you go ahead and give me full screen here? Look at this. It is Matterhorn Stitch Co. Look at this. I know it looks little here, but look at this back. Look at this. Look at this on the back.
That is
look
awesome.
at that.
It's really
cool. This one is going to No.Chewing. This one is mine. Oh, hang on. Probably should have prepared this better. Right? And I love this. I love this characterization of Walt. Look at how happy he is. Right? There you go. That one's mine. And of course, this one going out to Alan here.
Now, you promised me you were going to wear it first.
I am going to wear it, right? But Alan, this looks like a schmedium. So if it looks like a schmedium for you, bud, it is. It's going to be fat guy in a little coat on me. So, but I am loving that tiki room, and the color looks really good.
That is so delightful.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
But really awesome of them to send these out to us, and just want to make sure we shout them out properly. Go ahead, go check out their Instagram, Matterhorn Stitch Company, or Matterhorn Stitch Works. And then, of course, be sure to check out their page as well, their website, and pick up a t-shirt. Look at that. We don't have a code yet, but we will work on that. Let's get some follows. Let's get some sales. But if you do sell something, make sure to tell them Baggy Red Shorts sent you. There you go.
Awesome. Here, look, there's a 10% off right there. Code right there on the bottom.
Right on the bottom.
Exclusive Baggy Red Shorts code.
Right on Perfect.
Honestly, click on that first. Whatever that code is, just know that it's for us.
It's for us.
Yeah. Also for you.
Yeah, and say Baggy Red Shorts sent you. There you go. It's got to do something. It can't do anything bad, right?
I do love their designs. I love the front logo in the corner, very minimalist. Mm-hmm. It could just be that.
I'm trying to see if I can reset
just
my white
that entire style.
Yeah.
There goes. Look, and suddenly I have color back in my face. Awesome.
I didn't know what you're doing there, some kind of voodoo, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked, right? It worked.
Yeah.
We got a couple people in the chat. I love this. Here we go. We got Jay Sinner is here. He's on time. So are we, Jay. And no one is more surprised than me. So
welcome.
Friend of the pod, Frankie's here. Glad to be here. We're glad you're here too. NJ Tree, hope you're feeling better, bud.
What's up?
He says, hello, boys. I'm still gonna work on getting NJ Tree here. He said we get a better shot at getting NJ Tree here than we do on any other show. So I'm gonna do that.
Awesome.
But there you go. There's that Instagram right there in the chat. So be sure to check that out. And go give Matterhorn Stitch Co. or Matterhorn Stitch Works. Satisfactual Sign Co. is here. Matterhorn Stitch Works. Get the sponsor name right. Yeah.
You said that so well. Satisfactual Sign Co. Like that. I have to concentrate on that. But
Alan, I am known for saying things very well and proper. That's my specialty here. Is
it rolls off that beautiful tongue of yours,
especially pronouncing names. So, but we got Derek hanging out backstage, and we wanted to make sure we get as much time as humanly possible with him. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Derek, how you doing, man?
Oh wait, hold on. There I am. Okay,
hey,
what's up, Derek?
What's going on, Derek?
There we go. Hey.
Yeah.
Do this. So,
yeah,
we switched you. It just felt more natural this way. Anyway, you want to slide again? No. Okay.
No,
Derek, dude, thanks for being here. we are really excited to be here. When first we were talking about who to have on the show, your name came up, and I think Alan actually squealed. He was very excited.
I did,
to have
and
you.
I'm sorry, like I'm like a deer in headlights because I'm soaking in everything that's behind you right now, and I see it on your streams. I see it when you talk. Is that like a Food Rocks poster over there? Looks like, and
that is actually, it is a massive Epcot Center, original Epcot Center D23. It was a poster they did for D23 years ago, and I mean, it is like obnoxious. I think it's 36 inches wide. Like, it's massive. It's massive. I had to get a special frame
beautifully
order for
obnoxious.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
it
no, it's
looks
great. No, I
amazing.
mean, it's got Food Rocks, it's got Figment, it's got, it's got everything. Horizons,
Yeah.
So,
That's great.
yeah.
So again,
Love Food Rocks.
So let me, Jay. So the reason I squealed is because I think for most people that go to Disney World, the Emporium, the shops on Main Street, that is souvenir enough for them. That's where they can go and they can buy something at home, like a memorabilia of their vacation. Those are the normals. For those of us who are not normal, those are the normies. Now let's get to the not normals. Like, this is where like Derek comes in.
Yes.
He makes things that are like just absolute nostalgia for those of us who hang on every little detail of the parks. The signs from Splash Mountain, you may get wet, like instantly recognizable things that we would love to have in our homes that Disney doesn't do. Like, you do the amazing things, and you make these available for those of us. So again, through your incredible modeling, printing and painting, you just have these incredible prop recreations. So yes, I might have squealed a little bit, but I'm keeping it all together. I'm not gonna fanboy out.
He's doing a great job.
Huge fan of everything you do, Derek.
We pick on Alan, but we're all huge fans. And I'm going to bring up your Instagram page just so people who aren't familiar with you can get familiar with you and kind of just see the detail on your work. And I think, like we're saying, kind of,
I love that one.
No cheap 3D tricks here. That's not what's going to happen. But I will say that for me personally, Derek, I think this is what got me, really honed in on your stuff, right? Muppet 3D was closing. And I believe this is the piece, I'm gonna stop sharing for just a second, because this was the piece that got me to your page, right? This Piggy statue.
You have one.
Yes. And it is what I love about it. This is the flat back one, right? So my goal for this is to put it in kind of a shadow box with the 3D glasses that I acquired.
You absconded with those.
Yes. Through measures, but yes, to put it in a shadow box with this and a T-shirt that I got from Lost Bros. But yeah, that's how I found you, and then you and I just started talking, and now here you are. But yes, we'll bring back up your piece, because you have gone way above and beyond into Muppets, making sure that you've memorialized Muppets 3D for us, but not just Muppets. As Alan has mentioned, Splash Mountain. And beyond just the Disney parks as well.
Yeah. Hey, before we dive into this though, I want to get your superhero origin story. So, like, what's your Disney origin here? And you may have said this on your Instagram, but for those listening and myself as well, was there a first trip, a favorite attraction, a single moment that sparked your connection to the parks?
Man, that's a deep question.
We're diving right in.
Yeah, so going back to we were talking about the nostalgia aspect of it, and the Epcot poster back here even. I can't think of a particular. I will say I remember the original Journey with Figment being something that just blew my mind when I saw it. And the what was it called? ImageWorks, I believe, right? That was upstairs, the Rainbow Tunnel, and all the color.
The original ImageWorks.
Oh my gosh, like amazing. Like, I loved it. And I would say that probably was the thing that just to this day, I mean, Figment's my favorite, but really stuck with me. So I went to Disney probably back the first time. I would say it was probably in 87-ish maybe. And then really from there, so the nostalgia has been the big thing for me. So when it comes to like newer things, they're not as exciting to me. There's exciting things, but a lot of things, the older things, are what really I love.
This is the Epcot era, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that Epcot era is like, I mean, that was my era. That was my Taylor Swift era, if you will. but the Epcot, yeah, like Epcot in the '90s, like the '90s kind of Hollywood Studios, well, not later, Hollywood Studios with Catastrophe Canyon and
Oh my God.
what was that thing? The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the play set, man. I remember
Yes.
going into that
The
play
play area.
set and just sweating to death.
Giant
And just
insects. Yep.
Yeah, with the Lego block
the
that was
insects
so
and
hot.
the Kodak
Yeah.
film
the
slide
plastic
and all that
burns.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of where I think my origin is with Disney, and my love for Disney was probably that era, the Epcot and the Hollywood Studios and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Oh my God, could we since we now know a t-shirt company, I think we need like, in my Catastrophe Canyon era, in my in my Food Rocks era, like that would be great. Like I think that would be great.
We should get a cut of that though, right?
Yeah,
like,
100%. Yeah. 10% at least.
There you go.
Code baggy shorts era.
There it is. Yeah, baggy red shorts era. PRS era.
Now you're helping us. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I like
this.
that.
I love.
When I make that shirt, I'll send you.
But I
one.
totally
Yeah.
hear that was nice. I really do love all the Muppet 3D stuff. Yes,
Because
Chewy likes some of
likes
those posts.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
Chewy, you might have been the instigator for me as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Well, I found out from.
Trust me.
Yeah, and then Frankie says, "Damn, I've never heard of Satisfactual Sign Co." And now I'm concerned because I want everything. So there you go.
I heard it
welcome,
from John, and like I got all these when you posted these like
the
miniature
memories.
ones.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And I mean, this is just
so
like
Derek, you do ship things out. I see. Okay.
Hey, okay.
fine. I'm a happy customer.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you got
But like it.
Look at
Well,
you.
this is how
There was
Derek
a pack.
packaged it all together.
that's so great.
There's 6 of them, and I'm like, oh my god, this is
Man.
perfect for me.
Yeah. So Chewy, do you have any
I'm
of
the
the
only one with
Palisades
no
Muppet
show and tell
figures?
tonight.
I have none of the Palisade Muppets.
Because I want to know if the Derek, do you have any of the Palisades Muppet figures?
I don't have any of the Palisades.
I want to know if the remote control fits in.
I do.
Fozzie's hand. Yeah, but you don't have the
Oh.
Are Palisades bigger
Chewy,
than
send
Diamond
it to
Select?
me, and I
A
will
little
answer
bit.
that question.
a
Okay.
little bit bigger. Yeah,
Okay, got
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Here, let me.
I will look
let me
and see if
grab
I
the
have an
magic of
extra.
TV.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I got to send you a package anyways. I'll look and see if I got an
Yeah.
extra.
All right.
It's science.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to do it for science.
Yeah,
I have.
for
Well, I
science.
have the.
Yeah,
I have the
cool.
Fozzie too.
So-
So that's what I'm
so,
saying. I gotta find
Derek-
it. But yeah. Good. Sorry, Alan. Go.
No problem. And I'm sorry, my connection's being crappy,
It's
but
okay.
again, you talk about like when I think of Epcot, that's like the classic era with Horizons, the original Journey into Imagination. So I'm simpatico with you on there. But at what point did you kind of cross that turnstile from like a fan into a maker? From someone that was kind of buying your souvenirs in the park to someone who really said, hey, I want to start making them, or let me try and make that myself.
So I'm not sure how familiar you are with my story, but I worked for Disney. I worked as a figure finish artist for Disney up until
Okay,
COVID.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so actually up until COVID, I was a figure finish artist. So I actually worked on a lot of the animatronics, and actually
Amazing.
a lot of animatronics. And so I'd always been I've been a maker all of my basically adult life. Like, I mean, since I got out of college, I built Stormtrooper armor. I did conventions. I did a little bit of everything. And when I moved to Orlando, I decided to get into like scenic work. And I'd never done that in my life. I'd worked in education all my life, but I got into it and worked my way over to Disney pretty quickly, and figure finishing. And so what happened though was in 2020, we, like everyone, I lost my job. So, well, I was furloughed, right? Like furloughed, indefinite furlough.
Yep.
And so I was talking about earlier, before the show even, about how I was just bored. Like I needed something to do. And I mean, I was making things. I was always making things. I had 3D printers. I'd always been doing that. But and what actually happened was they announced the closure of Splash. And when they announced the closure of Splash, someone had posted a picture of the Get Wet sign. You may get wet sign. And I thought, man, it would be so cool to have that. Like, but I'm like, one, they'll never make that. They'll never make that. And two, like, you'll never be, even if that was to magically sneak off and fall off the truck or something, you'll never be able to get it, right?
Yeah.
But then I was like,
Yeah, we don't know anything about things that fall off the truck. Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. But I may have a few things too. But so I decided, I was like, wait, I have the ability to make things, so I can make that. And so that's what I did, and I guess the rest is like history at this point. But I mean, I just started making and creating the signs, and that's the reason it's called Satisfactual, was because the first things I did were Splash Mountain,
Yep.
and there were already like a million people with like Zippity Doo Dah Day Co or whatever, you know. And
Sure.
I was like, nobody's using Satisfactual. That's a cool name. So, so you know, that's how I got into it. So.
But that sounds like a great example of like how you zero in on details. I feel that most guests kind of like take for granted or just walk right past. So what drew you into things like the sign or props that are kind of like, you know, just part of the landscape versus, you know, something that people might consider more of like a headline kind of attraction type of item?
Well, I think that, like, to me, I was always fascinated. I say always fascinated, but like there's something about like the details of especially going back to the nostalgic things, the details of those attractions, like the amount of work that goes into like set decorating just for those attractions. But in particular, like how the signs are like themed to that particular thing, right? I think in a lot of newer attractions, you'll see they make like almost like a Kinko sign that goes up. You know, it's nothing. It's but back in the day, it was like these hand carved or hand sculpted, like really cool pieces. And to me, I'm like, man, those are like, there's so much artistry in that. And there's so, and I think it was interesting working over there because I had so many coworkers that didn't really see the details in the ways that I did. And it kind of boggled my mind, honestly, because I was like, this is so cool. Like someone had to think of this, you know, and someone had to go, hey, how cool would it be to have a, you know, Brer Rabbit with his ears all wet and hanging down and saying, and so somebody came up with that. And, you know, beyond just the you know, awesomeness of an attraction, you know, a haunted mansion or whatever. So I think just the details have always been, so that's it. The funny thing is you're showing there is actually, if you look, there's an original. So that's an original version I did. The first sign I did, and I actually made it better when I learned to do better with what I was doing, the 3D. Sure. And so I actually made it better. So
well, I was scrolling as far as I could. This is from 2021. I didn't know how far back I could actually scroll. So but I wanted to pull up the example as we were talking for sure.
So you can see that's the newer version. So
okay.
The pumpkins.
And then
so again, Derek, your modeling, your printing, your painting skills are just top notch. So did you have? You said you worked at Disney, but did you have formal training, like, you know, late night tutorials, or is this just pure trial and error that you honed your skills?
So yeah, I've never had any actual like I've never been to art school or anything like that. No, everything I do is 100% self. I mean, I learned some stuff working in the industry, obviously. Some things I've done, but it's pretty much just been trial and error. I mean, you know, a lot of learning as I go, and I still screw things up all the time. Like you know. You see me, like, I'll talk about when I'm like having issues with things and stuff. And so, yeah, it's just a lot of like figuring it out as I go, kind of.
I love that.
So, no, I didn't have any. It's funny because everybody's like, oh, you must have gone to art school or whatever. And I'm like, no, I never did. Like, I just kind of, that's all. It's funny because I look at this old stuff now and I'm like, man, like, I've come a long way.
Yeah, but
you know what's
the best
blowing
part of
my
it,
mind
though.
about that is like, I didn't realize your origin story started in 2020. In my mind, you've been doing this.
Yeah,
your adult life, like slowly, incrementally, like leaning into this direction, and then in my mind to think like, what was I doing 4 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? I started collecting toys. I wasn't learning like, how to make signs and paint and like all this creative stuff.
You could have had a skill by now,
Chewy.
Wait, Chewy, that's not true. You were taking toy photography shots, and if we looked back at your toy photos 5 years ago to now, it'd be very different.
You really sucked. Yeah,
but I'm just
really
saying,
bad when you
4 years ago, this is where Derek was.
Right.
4 years ago on my IG page looks so different. So I'm just that much more like my mind's blown that this was only 4 years and that you were self-taught. You know, if you had said, I have a master's in blah, blah, blah artistry. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I got it.
We would have been nodding like, oh yeah, that shows. Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
But also you should be able to look at
curious,
this and say,
to ask you about it.
Wait, hold on. Okay. All right, you're delayed. I'm sorry. I was like, all right, Alan just doesn't care that I'm talking. Sorry, no, I forgot that you were delayed, Alan.
I am
you
delayed.
should-
I am definitely
yeah.
delayed.
No, it's fine. No, Alan, I know. We love you, though. No, yeah. But also, Chewy, you should be able to look at this and say, look at what he's able to do in 5 years, right? And if you put the work in and the dedication, this is something that you can put yourself into and go to. And Alan, right before I let you kind of run off on this, Jay Sander does have a question. He says, does your Jungle Cruise sign include the hidden Mickey?
Kinda, but not really. It wasn't intentionally. Honestly, I kind of have one there that was not really intentional, but it ended up kind of looking like one. So I'll say it is.
All
All right. Okay.
That counts.
It does include the eye to overlay to make it Jingle Cruise though.
All right, there you go. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Alan. Sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. And again, apologize for my internet connection.
No,
it might
it's
just
not.
be me. I'm like overwhelmed with stuff, but
no, it's okay.
I was curious, like for some of these pieces, like how do you even go about gathering like reference material? Because when I look at your work compared to the original, like they're like almost indistinguishable to my eyes. So do you take measurements, or like is there a little behind the scenes magic happening when you set out to make these recreations?
It's 100% reference image. I mean, I don't do any kind. I mean that, I'm very careful about like if I'm taking, there's somebody that was like, oh, do you go and like 3D scan these or something? I'm like, no, like absolutely not. I take a picture, front, side view, whatever, and get I get a lot of angles of things, so it helps me to see things, but and to see paintwork as well. But no, it's all 100% like reference images, and the internet's full of them. I mean, actually, a lot of times if you follow, you'll see in my stories, I'll even post and be like, hey, can someone help me find some pictures of this? Because I'm not finding, and I don't have time to go. Like I don't live too far from the parks, but sometimes I don't have time to just run over and take a picture or something, or it may be something that doesn't exist anymore, So a lot of times that's more the case. It's something that's from the past, and all I can find is like a blurry, 1993 photo of it, and so that's it just depends on what I can find, and sometimes it's a little bit of extrapolation of like, this is the best I have, so I have to kind of go with it, so
What would you say, what's the trickiest part to nail when you're doing this? Is it the scale, like kind of texture, or the finishing touches?
Probably, honestly, the paint is like, it's and sometimes I do better than others. It just depends. But really nailing down like colors and like textures is important too. Textures are great because you'll see in a lot of my signs I deliberately bump the texture up a little bit because it allows a little bit more depth in terms of like the colors. Like you'll have some darks and lights, and it kind of allows you to dry brush some. So the texturing does come into play a lot too. So with the final paint. So man, you're grave digging right now. These are old.
Yeah, dude, I went back. I went all the way back. Yeah. I wanted to ask, and just and if you can't answer this, you can't answer this, but have you had a like full circle moment? Have you had a like where and I know that you had mentioned that you were going to go back to a convention this weekend, and you're going to try to meet some of the Imagineers. Have you had a full circle moment now where like someone has called you back to come work on a project in the parks?
Not yet.
Okay.
They did try to call me back into my old position a few times. Back in 2021, 2022. And I chose not to, just because, there's more flexibility in what I'm doing now.
Sure.
But I am doing a lot of commission work for some pretty, like I was mentioning earlier, some pretty high profile commission work, which has been like, it's these things pop up. These people find me through Instagram, and
how do they find me?
Well, like it's like, for instance, like I'll tell you a full circle moment. One of the biggest things, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I have been since I was a kid. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I actually was able to do some the King of the Ring crown for one of the wrestlers a few years ago.
Oh wow!
And actually, you passed the post recently. I saw that's the reason it reminded me of it. But that was a really cool full circle moment, because it was like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now.
This one.
And the crazy thing was, like, okay, that's there it is. That's it right there. And there's actually a second version that was much better than that one. But it was so cool to see like those pictures from TV, you know, and then it was like, I can't believe this is like something I made, you know,
That's
like
amazing.
and so just being able to do that, and it's funny because I knew the outcome of things like months in advance because I was like having to do this work ahead. But so they're like, you can't tell you're gonna and all that. But that was a really cool moment. I think like some of those kinds of things pop up, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool to be able to do.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
That's phenomenal.
That's cool. That's really cool. All right. Okay.
I'm like, I almost feel embarrassed seeing this old stuff now. I don't know why.
No, it's great. I love
a
it.
picture of your crown on Xavier Woods' head. Like,
yeah.
Somewhere, probably.
No, we saw it. JShot clicked through it, but that's a hell of a milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I know I've got pictures of it somewhere. I don't know where, but that's the first version we did. They were in a rush. And so
that's it, right?
See, that's the original, and you can see it's kind of comically large on him.
Yeah.
And so I did a second version that was actually chrome plated, that was much nicer.
Okay.
And so this was like a rush job because they needed it in like 2 weeks or something.
All right.
And so I was like trying to get measurements, and it was a nightmare. And so I went back to the drawing board. And did a much better version. It's somewhere up through there, but I don't know where it's at. So.
I'll keep scrolling. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll run across it eventually, I'm sure. So.
These are all so amazing. So I wonder. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
I saw it. Go up right there.
There it is.
Right there it is. Yeah, so that's the second version.
Okay. Oh, it's a video. Okay, I'll let it play. There you go. Look at you.
Yeah.
Royalty.
I make mistakes.
Oh no!
I was super gluing onto that and screwed it up, and I had to send it back to the guy to chrome it. So it was not fun. Yeah,
there it is.
I had to drive to Palm Beach and pick it up and overnight it to Atlanta to get it to this WWE event because I'd screwed it up. So it was.
That's wild, though.
It was the whole thing. So
yeah,
but still really cool.
Still, yeah.
Not Disney related, but it was still really cool.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I love all the food pops.
No, that's awesome. Great.
Oh my gosh. So much old stuff.
Wait, do you still have any of these food pops laying around?
I don't have them laying around, but I've got the molds.
You got the molds? All right. Well, we've one of us is known for making, microphones out of these food pops. We might need those for conventions coming up.
Okay.
So maybe throw one in the shipment you got coming my way. I'll obviously pay for it, obviously. But
yeah. I'll look and see if I can find. I may have one cast somewhere. I'll have to look. But...
I'd love a Mickey pop.
So I think you already.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Alan. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, what do you think?
I'm breaking up here.
That's okay. It's okay. It's just a podcast, Alan. We're not saving lives out here. It's okay.
You never know.
Sure.
Hang on. Can you guys hear me? I think I'm breaking up again.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, we can hear you. Just talk out.
Oh my gosh, the Figment hippo thing. I forgot about that.
Oh, we lost him.
We lost him? All right.
Yep.
All right. Chewy, do you want let's let Alan kind of reset a little bit. Chewy, you want to hit him with your lightning round questions? Oh, yeah. Or he's back. He's back. Let's see. Alan, you good?
I hope so. I don't know. You tell me.
You sound great. You sound
perfect
great
now.
Let's see. We do have a couple questions that come in here. Frankie, we got one question. Frankie says, "Are most of these 3D printed and hand painted?"
So actually, it's a process. I did the originals are 3D printed. I do mold and do them in a resin.
Okay.
Most things. Not everything. It depends on the complexity of it and stuff. But most of them are resin, a polyurethane resin. So it's not like everyone assumes they're just 3D printed, but they're actually not. It's a whole thing.
Cool. There you go. All right.
I should have had a mold up here to show you guys. I don't have one, but
that's okay. I think you're coming back, man. I think you're going to be back on a regular basis, so you'll be good. Yeah. All right, Alan, go for it.
Yeah. So, Derek, I wanted to ask you about a project that kind of became a ride breakdown for you, and maybe that crown was the one that you managed to get out the door. But is there anything else that you worked on that was really a struggle to get together, but you were able to overcome in the end?
Like for Satisfactual?
Yeah. Or anything.
Yeah,
I didn't look at that Wait, go back down.
Yeah.
Polynesian. I love it. It's too much good stuff here. It's just like
Oh, that's a bunch of
great.
That's just me showing off models. So I would
We
say
don't have to
probably
talk. We
most.
can just watch your Instagram feed.
Yeah,
We'll just keep scrolling it.
Which is
Actually, I'll tell you the project, and I'm holding it right here. Is this guy? This statue has been. It was one of those things I got. So I get people will send me. I have a hard time of not saying of saying no, I should say. So people will send me something like, "Could you make this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I could," but I'm like, the problem is I want to be over the top with it, right? So I'm like, well, it needs the base and it needs,
of course,
and so,
and the paint is
right, and the paint work and all that. And so I this one in particular is a very difficult one because to mold this, it's a very weird shape with the coattails and stuff. And so it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. I have actually finished. Well, I finished all of them. They've not shipped out yet. But I've actually gotten a good chunk of them out finally. But it has taken me months to get it to where I wanted it because I'm not going to send something that's not quality. Yep. I'm very like going back to the attention to details. Like I would much rather be slow and get it and nail it than like ship something out that looks not good. And so that one's been probably the number one struggle for me that I can think of in anything I've done recently. I have plenty of professional ones. I probably can't talk about a lot of them, but issues I had with attractions and things.
I would love to hear those. Maybe for we'll have to have you like mask your identity, have you back off.
Yeah,
we can talk about some of that stuff.
Everyone's gonna know now.
But hey,
there were plenty of things when I was working that were issues. So it's like just get it fixed. We got to open the ride, So yeah, there's plenty of that.
Get it fixed. We got to open.
So that they were very serious about like you cannot delay. So,
but now that I know you can't say no, can we talk about the Muppet Vision 3D door for a second? Because that one, just completely blows me away. I like gush over that every time I see it in your feed. So if you ever make more, and please make more, I would love to put my name down on the list for one. And
let me.
But knowing that, what's it like knowing?
So I was mentioning. So when I was talking
but
about
I'm
this,
curious.
Go ahead.
Go, after you, please.
Oh well, I was going to say I was talking about this today in my stories actually, and one of the things going back to even like this guy here is there's so many little pieces, right? So even with that door, there's multiple pieces to that. So I actually I'm casting those doorknobs in a clear epoxy. I'm making the little 3D. I'm making the little, so there's so many little pieces. And then that's actually a particular type of decal for the lettering and stuff. So it's like, there's so many steps into creating it. And it's funny because like, it always seems like a good idea and I do it. And then I'm like, oh man, this is way more steps than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, that's the big version. Yeah. This is the big one. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did that one. Yeah, I did that one for a guy that was going to the closing, actually. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That's good. So, Derek, what is it like knowing that these pieces resonate with fans so much? Like, again, the door, like, is something if you make them again, like my wallet is open, I'm ready. But I'm sure when you send these off to fans and they just adore them so much, how does that feel as a maker and a creator?
So yeah, I've talked about this before, just in stories on Instagram. But like, anytime you're a maker, an artist, like one of the things you always want people just to appreciate what you do, right? Like, I mean, you want people to love it, and to me, like sharing my talent with people is rewarding to me. Like it's rewarding to me to be able to like create things. I will say this 100%. The things I create, I love. Like I wouldn't make it if I didn't love it. You know what I mean? Like. I've gotten asked to make plenty of things where I'm like, I don't want to make that, because there's just not, if I don't have a love for it, I can't put love into it. You know what I mean? And so creating the pieces I create, like, I'm like, I create it and it's like, man, like that's something I want, like that's something I want on my wall, so that's kind of my number one rule. Initially, I think the first year or so I was doing things, I felt like I was kind of I was fulfilling what other people wanted. And and not that there's anything wrong with that. I think that that's okay. But I realized like really quickly, I was like, wait, people still love the stuff I love. And so I started creating more things like I really enjoy and I really love, and I think that shows in what the final product is, like what it ends up looking like.
Sure.
And so yeah, so I mean, I think it's hugely rewarding. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Like, it's hugely rewarding to know that people love it so much. And you know, I always say, like, I just hope that it can bring some joy to people, you know, like especially in 2020 when I was doing this, man, it was a bleak time.
Yeah, it was.
And 2020 and even 2021, not that it's not, I mean, there's times now where it is, but like, but I hope that, like, people open a package and are like, this is the thing, like, this is it, you know, and it really, like, sits on their shelf or on their wall or whatever, and they look at it every day, and it brings them some joy, you know.
Dude, I think just going through your Instagram feed, I mean, you can see the joy in our faces just doing that. I mean, like, forget actually holding, you know, your art in our hands. You know what I mean? Like, I think, you know, like, it's you're definitely achieving your goal.
Stop showing it off. Come on.
That. I have very few that I have very few
Show
ups
off
on you,
there.
Alan. That's the things I'm gonna hold on them. So, but I want to follow up that question. What are the things? What is a piece that brings you joy to this day? What is something that you look at that you're like, I can't believe that I did that, right? Or I can't believe how well that turned out.
Probably, man, that's a tough one, because I do, like,
I know,
you know,
it's like
people
picking
always
your
ask
favorite
me,
child. Yeah.
and yeah, it changes all the time, because I finish something new and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, like, you know, and I'm like, so it's like every time I do something new, it's like, it's almost like the next new thing, I'm like, that's the coolest thing I've ever made.
Right.
But then it's like, it gets really hard because you make something and you're like, how am I going to top this now, you know?
Sure.
So I would say, for me personally, probably, and I've got it sitting here so I can grab it.
Yeah.
Is the
This is
Splash,
wild.
this guy here, just because it's kind of one of those things where I want to do a whole series of these. I haven't gotten around to it, obviously, but this was kind of obviously the first choice, and I think just because it's such a cool, like, culmination of things I love, you know, the ride and then the attraction and doing. It's something I couldn't have done 5 years ago, 4 years ago,
Right.
you know. So being able to do it, and even once I had this model, like, I had it done, like, I was like, I still can't do this because it's just really complicated. So I think this one's probably my favorite overall. It's hard though. I mean, because, like I said, there's every time I do something like this Kermit, the Kermit's awesome. I love the Kermit. I'm trying to think what
Kermit
else,
is
like
outstanding.
the fountain. I mean, the
Fountain.
piggy, the actual working piggy fountain. It was like, I sold that to a guy actually a while back, and it was almost like giving a child up. But, like, I just didn't have somewhere to I didn't have somewhere to keep it, you know. And so it was like, I would rather this go to someone who's going to, like, really want it, you know. And so
someone's gonna worship it.
Yeah, he's a local. He's a local guy that collects from me, so I know he's got a huge collection. He's got actual like ride use props and stuff too. So he's great for it. So
does he have
I'm glad
Buzzy?
he got it.
He has Buzzy from Cranium Command sitting in his
Buzzy.
Not to my knowledge. Look, I'm not getting involved with that man.
Yeah, no one's going to admit.
No one's
where
admitting
Buzzy
that.
is.
No one's admitting where Buzzy is.
So, Derek, so go ahead, Jay.
No, go.
I was going to say, so I totally understand, like, everything, once you finish it, that becomes the favorite. But now, is there, like, in the back of your head, is there a holy grail project that you've been thinking about that you haven't quite tackled yet? That something you dream of recreating, but you just haven't kind of set out to build it yet?
Man, that's a tough one. I mean,
Told you this wasn't going to be easy.
Because I have a list. Hold on.
It's gonna be easy. I'll be honest with you. I have a backlog of ideas. Like, I mean, I'm talking. I have notebooks just full of stuff. And so if you follow me here recently, you'll see that I've been doing more things like and I'm show and tell's easier. But I've been doing more things where it's like obviously it's for the thing, but it's not something that was like an actual like sign from it, right? Because to me, there's a little bit more reward even in doing stuff like this,
right? Of
like, it's you look at it and you're like, wait, that could have been there, but it wasn't, you know. Or even like I've got more show. This guy, you know, like where it's like,
so cool.
It's so I'm trying to do more of that kind. I think challenging myself in that way to be more creative. In terms of like kind of more inspired and creative and kind of coming up with my own thing with them. I'm trying to think though. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's really like I would love to do that. I want to do something for Dinosaur. So I worked a lot in Dinosaur. when I worked at Animal Kingdom, and I worked on dinosaurs every single night. Like it was like overnight, like dinosaur. And so I kind of want to do something just personally for that because you know it played such a large part in what I did over there. So, but I wouldn't say it's like necessarily a Grail project. It's just something I really would like to do. So.
You will be.
It's really interesting that you said, you know, the Rizzo sign and creating something that wasn't there but could have been there, and you know, connecting the dots all the way back to something you said earlier about how the newer attractions, they don't have that deep, intricate like signage and you know, graphics. Yeah. That's something really interesting. Have you ever given thought to like if you had to redesign one of these, you know, attractions that, you know, doesn't have that, you know, that mystique, that those levels of detail? Have you given thought to like just design the sign just for those?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. Like, and you can see it actually back here in the background. When they redid Splash Mountain to Tiana's, I'm one of those people. Like, I love Splash Mountain. It's nostalgic. I love it. I was disappointed more so at Tiana's because I felt like it just didn't feel like it hit the mark, you know. And the signage in particular, though, like look, Splash Mountain, the signs were amazing, and they had some great signs. And it blew my mind that it just felt like they didn't put a lot of effort into them. Yeah. And so I don't know if you followed, you may have seen I made like some what ifs, you know.
Yeah. You did their work for them, yeah.
Right. So like for instance, like you can see back here behind me, the Ray that like you may get wet, but it's like Ray, and he's got the and then I did a Lewis one as well. And so, you know, just I do think like some of the newer stuff, I'm not trying. I don't want to be. I don't want to be negative on stuff. I love.
No, I get what you're saying though. Yeah.
It just feels like kind of cookie cutter-ish in some ways, and so some of that artistry I feel like is lost. You know, and I think there's going to like this is my best comparison here is going to like a Epic Universe. Have you been at the Epic Universe? The kind of details that were put into that park. I look at that and I'm like, see, this is the kind of stuff we need. Like, this is like, you know, like really like understanding that like, while a sign's not going to bring any money to them, it's the immersion and it gets people to stay in that zone, you know, or that, 100%. Yeah. So it's kind of, to me, that's the disappointment. And I would love to see more in the newer things that they're doing. And hopefully they will. I think there's the Lewis. Yeah. You're gonna get wet. Yeah. So
the thing is, you know what's funny? You had said like this looks like it could have been there, and you know it wasn't really. I honestly thought this was there. And I did too. Create a sign. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. No, and honestly too, I didn't know that the Epic Universe stuff that you were showing with the Donkey Kong, I didn't know that wasn't there, right? So I mean, like that's really interesting to me to know that like that's the stuff that you're making, because you're right, like it absolutely feels like stuff that should be there, and you are correct. Like that is the stuff that is like. That's missing, the stuff that is undeniably Disney, right? Like it is undeniably Disney, and that's to your point, right? Like it is not that they took out Splash Mountain and put it in with Tiana. It is that it felt like it was, you know, not up to snuff with everything else. You know, like it did. Like the end scene should have been more. How did they not do the Shadow Man for the laughing place? Like I just like. I get it. The storyline continues from the movie and the Shadowland's gone, but come on, we could have found a loophole somewhere. You know.
Hey, do you ever think about taking one of those signs and just hanging it in Tiana's and
just
queue?
See what happens?
Just like up in the queue and just because they would. I mean,
there's so many cameras.
That's how you get a pan, Alan.
I would not do that. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to upset the boundaries over there.
Someone recognizes you. They're like, Derek. I saw that.
Jay Center says those old school billboards homage signs are incredible. So, Derek, I just wanted to say one thing. You said that you worked on the dinosaur on Dak. You'll feel good that is one of my son's favorite rides, and the phrase "not our dino" is said at least twice a day in our house. So that ride will live on forever.
I say we're not going to make it all the time. Like we're
not going to make it. All right, Alan, do you have anything else before we go to Chewy's lightning round?
Yeah, I mean, the last thing on my list is just really like if you know, it was amazing to learn. I didn't know that you worked at Disney. If they were to call you back and they said, "Hey, we want you to create an original piece for one of our attractions," what do you have a dream project like that you would love to work on for
I
them.
mean,
for
like upcoming kind of projects, you mean, or
we're talking whatever, let's alternate
blue sky.
reality, whatever. Yeah. Existing
This is gonna
projects.
it's going to sound so cheesy, but Country Bears. I
Oh.
love
Not cheesy at all. Yeah.
I love Country Bear Jamboree. Like I even like the new one.
Yep.
Like
I think the new one's great.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Like I don't love some of the song choices, but it's fun, and it's one of those, like, it's always been nostalgic to me. Like it's just I nobody will ever go do it with me. My kids hate it and stuff, but I love it.
That's a shame.
And I think too, stylistically, I could do something fun with it. I think that's something where I could do something fun. So yeah,
we'll when we do our field trip for the podcast, we'll do it with you. So don't worry, we'll meet up and we'll do it with you. Frankie says, "Go hang the sign like Banksy hung this painting in the British Museum, guerrilla style."
Exactly.
They would know immediately.
Yeah. And Jay Sitter says, "1 extra passenger, extra large."
Extra large.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Chewy, you want to move into your lightning round here? Do we have music that we can play for the lightning round?
Man,
let's see.
I'm afraid of this with my connection being so crappy tonight.
Let's
I don't
see.
know if I'm going to be lightning. I'll be a little slow.
Well, this is lightning for Derek. I guess we could all say.
Oh, even better then.
No, I could ask.
I'll
You
just
want
sit
to
here and
modify it so I ask everyone?
I don't know.
No,
Is this
go
lightning
for it.
round?
Let's see what you got.
All right. So this
was
is
a
the
good
first time
jingle.
we're doing
Thank
a
you.
lightning round, and I was giving some thought. I landed on Baggy Red Lightning, this is all very much like a this or that. Okay. And go with your first instinct. No overthinking it. No saying both. You gotta choose one. Okay.
I feel like we need points on the board, though. You need like a scorecard for this to see.
Next time.
Next time.
Oh,
Next
we'll
time.
get a sign made.
We'll get a sign.
A
little chalkboard sign, and we could just mark it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it goes from easy to somewhat more, it's Disney. So how hard can these really be? But all right, so getting started right now, Derek, Minnie or Mickey?
Minnie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Donald or Goofy?
Donald
or should I ask everyone? Should I just go around?
Yeah, go around.
Okay. Alan, Minnie or Mickey?
Mickey.
Mickey.
Okay.
Joey?
Mickey. Always.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Donald or Goofy?
Goofy.
Follow-up question. Is Goofy a dog?
Yes.
Alan, Donald or Goofy?
Donald's always been my favorite, so I'll definitely go with Donald. And Donald is a duck, not a dog.
There we go. Perfect. JShot.
I'm going Goofy, and Goofy is not a dog. He's a bovine. Yes.
I would say Goofy as well, and definitely a bovine.
Yeah.
Makes that Clarabelle relationship a little bit easier.
Much easier to swallow. Yeah.
Way easier if it was a dog, and then his best friend's a mouse that owns a dog.
Yeah.
But
Super
one
weird.
dog wears
I
pants,
like to make
and
it
that makes them.
You like to complicate things.
That's awesome.
Buzz or Woody?
Buzz.
Alan?
Buzz.
That is tough.
No, it's
I think
not. It's Buzz. The correct answer is Buzz.
It's not.
Nope,
I think
Buzz.
ultimately, if you had to choose, I'm going to go Woody.
I'm going Woody.
Okay.
But when I was younger, I would have definitely said Buzz. But because of Toy Story 4, Woody all the way. I can relate to those feelings. Oh, took his hand away. Fine. Go on to more medium questions. Pirates of the Caribbean or Jungle Cruise?
Ooh.
Pirates.
Alan?
Pirates.
Jungle Cruise.
Pirates for me.
Ooh, okay.
I love them both to death, but
I stand alone. I like the human interaction on Jungle Cruise.
can I say something? Yeah. And actually, our last trip on the Jungle Cruise, our skipper was unbelievable. Like jokes I'd never heard before. But one thing I will say about Pirates, and I may get whatever for this, I'm not as crazy about the Johnny Depp stuff and all those additions. I still like my classic Pirates.
That's fine. I get that. That's fine. Before you move on, Chewy, Jason says the correct answer is Buzz. Woody was the antagonist in the original Toy Story. And I say that is why it is Woody, because you see a better arc in Woody's character development. So there you go, Jay. Anyway, go ahead, move on.
Wow, shut that down.
just saying.
just to clarify on the Jungle Cruise, knowing JShot as long as I have, totally makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I am. Yeah.
The jokes, the all that. Yeah, totally makes sense why you would choose that. All right, next up, Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror?
Haunted Mansion, 100%.
Yep, Haunted Mansion. 100%.
I think we're gonna be around the board on this Haunted Mansion.
Is it because of the length of the ride or the story?
Ooh.
That's probably story. I love that ride. I mean, it's just it's my favorite ride at Magic Kingdom, actually. So
same thing here. It's my favorite.
I think it's the effects. I think it's the classic effects in it.
Well, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
It's just a classic attraction too. The music, the everything about it. The Doom buggies. Like to me, that is the quintessential Magic Kingdom experience.
One night I got to work on Madame Leota, and I about cried because I was like, I'm working on Madame Leota.
That is cool.
I chose that T-shirt from remind me the name.
Matterhorn
Works.
Matterhorn Stitchworks.
Matterhorn Stitchworks.
You mean this shirt, Chewing? This shirt?
That shirt. Yes, I chose it because as a kid, that scene going through that room just it's cemented in my mind. It's a core memory of being like both a little afraid, but also in wonder of how does this room work? Like, you know, a 6-year-old version of me being like looking around for like a string or something, but you know, there's not one there. Okay. Yeah. Moving on. Phantasmic or the Happily Ever After fireworks?
Ooh, Happily Ever After.
Really?
Ooh.
I have not seen Fantastic
Wishes.
in years.
I would say Wishes.
Oh, Wishes.
Oh, there was no substitutes though. That's not fair.
I didn't say no substitutes. That's fair.
Jason also says Wishes.
See, that's what's up.
Wishes was great.
Yeah,
I'll go with Wishes as well.
I'm going Phantasmic all the way, but Derek, I know we didn't even talk about this because I didn't know you worked there either. But I worked at studios for 2 years, so I would say Phantasmic because when those red fireworks went up, that was the end of my night. So
that was you, Jay?
No, that was my because I worked in the parking lot. I worked in the parking lot when the red fireworks went up. That was the time to get the last few trams together, and that meant we were done in the next hour. So, yeah,
cool.
Rise of the Resistance or Flight of Passage?
Ooh, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be this guy. I don't really love either, but I'm gonna go with Rise.
You clearly didn't watch last episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rise as well.
That's okay. I hate Flight of Passage.
I don't like Animal Kingdom myself, but it was a question when I was creating it. I was like, all right, I need to not just hang out in Magic Kingdom all day.
No, Rise hands down. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna go with Rise, even though it makes me sad when I ride it nowadays. The things that aren't working. Make you sad?
Oh,
like the cannon effect. It just like it's kind of almost got its own Disco Yeti thing going on.
Yeah.
Which I still love it. I still think it's great, but I know it could be better.
In it. And so I don't notice as much of the things that don't work, I guess. Yeah. Because in my
mind, do a whole episode of what's not working on it. You know,
I read it yesterday. The cannons weren't working. I know that. So, and then and Beck wasn't working, and then
Beck wasn't working.
The animatronic. What's the red guy's name? The one that's in the with Kylo up on the bridge.
He's a
that other guy. Yeah, Hux.
He's a Weasley.
Yeah, whatever his name is. He's a Weasley. Yeah, he's a Weasley. That
he's a Weasel guy.
Weasley. No, he's from Harry Potter. He's also a Weasley.
Yeah, he was one of the Weasleys. I don't know which one, but
he was a prefect, I think. Yeah.
Are you a rope drop or go later and stay until close?
Probably later.
Okay.
Alan?
I will do both. I will rope drop by myself in the morning, and then I'll go back like when my family wakes up. I'll get them. We'll go to the parks, and then we'll close out the parks.
Nice. Oh, that's a different answer. Yeah. Okay. JShot.
all day, baby. Let's go.
I found that I'm more likely to rope drop because I love to just get my rides in early, no lines, start my day. And then I leave at about 2:00 and I go back to the hotel and come back later. That's my normal answer. But if I had to choose, I'll just burn out until about 6 p.m., get back to the hotel.
I got Alan, that answer of rope drop by myself, then go get my family. I kind of like that a lot, you know?
Yeah, and it's not by design. It's like when I'm there, we go once a year for a week. Like I live in New Jersey, Derek, so scenic, exotic New Jersey. So not local to the parks. When we go, I'm like amped up. I can't sleep in. Like I need to be in the move. So I figure this out that like, hey, if I just leave in the morning, they could sleep in, they could relax, they can have their vacation. I can get in some rides, and then when they're, they roll out around noon, I'm good to go for the rest of the day. So
That's like, see, like being a local, like we just go and hit the park for, like 3 hours and ride a few things and leave. It's like you just kind of,
Damn you.
You're like, okay, I want to go ride these 3 rides and yesterday I was there all day because I had passes that had 16 lightning lanes on them.
Wow.
Yeah, I would love to. I saw your post about this, and I was curious. I wanted to ask
lightning lanes. I can't tell you how I got them, but I had unrestricted lightning lanes, 16 of them. So we hit like everything.
That's the dream.
I was wondering. I'm like, is it a VIP tour? Like, what is happening here? But it is more secretive than that. I see.
Yeah, so real quick, Chewy, then I do want to, because I'm really enjoying this lightning lane, and I kind of want to do this more. How was the Tron overlay? How was the Ares overlay?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. I like the red. The red was really. It would probably be awesome at night. I wrote it during the day, but I preferred like the overlay myself to the original. But
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Awesome.
Follow-up question: what sign would you make for Tron?
Ooh. For Tron, it would have to do something with the light cycle. I just don't know what. Probably something where I would have it like coming out and have like use some. I've been using EL wire for some stuff I'm working on, so you could probably figure out some ways to incorporate that into it. I'm sure. So
that's awesome.
Make it glow.
Okay.
Alan, this is what I meant by incepting.
Yeah. I see
Incepting the entire list. I want to see it.
Most impressive.
Right. Going on, Main Street. Which would you choose? Main Street USA Atmosphere or Epcot's World Showcase?
World Showcase.
That's tough. Okay. That's tough.
Yeah. See, I feel like this is something that changed as I got older. I would have said Main Street USA, but now like I love World Showcase. I love to just walk around, especially like during food and wine, just strolling, eating, and I really enjoy it nowadays.
It's funny. My kids love that. Like, I remember not liking Epcot as a child because of you walk around the world. There's not as much stuff to do, but my kids love doing it. Yeah. Seeing like going through the different countries and then snacking, just like that's their dream to be like.
Yeah. So part of me wants to say Main Street, 10 months out of the year, and then World Showcase for Christmas, because I always loved walking and like getting all like the Christmas stuff for World Showcase, especially when they had like the different like Santas out and they would tell all the stories of different Santas. But at the same time, I love Main Street for Christmas, so I'm gonna go 1990s Streetmosphere in MGM Studios. That's my answer. Yeah.
That's funny because a follow-up question to this is you have to choose to close down, or you have to choose one holiday overlay. The other one goes away forever. Christmas or Halloween.
Impossible. Osborne Lights. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
This is very possible. This is very possible.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah, I bring back the Osborne Lights. That's a tough question.
I would say
Halloween. Halloween stays.
Keep Christmas, Derek?
We're talking which one we're keeping, right?
You have to keep one. The other one goes away forever.
I would keep Christmas.
Keep Christmas. Okay.
Yeah.
Alan?
Halloween. Just give me Halloween for like 6 months out of the year.
JShot, which one are you picking?
I think I'm keeping Christmas. I'm sorry, man.
I'm going to experience Christmas for the first time this year. I've experienced Halloween. That has a very freaking high bar because that was an awesome party in the Magic Kingdom. But so I'm gonna say Christmas because it's a mystery box.
No, come back with your answer after you experience.
Yeah, yes, I think that. Let's do a follow up. But Jay Sitter has a very passionate answer. Christmas Day, burn down Nightmare Before Christmas overlay to the ground. There is a story there that Jay, I think you need to tell.
There's trauma. There's trauma there.
Yeah,
I get maybe at Disneyland, right? The Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
I was like, Magic Kingdom. That's hocus pocus.
No, I've never experienced.
Derek, have you experienced the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, Disneyland?
I have never been to Disneyland actually. No.
Okay. All right.
I want to. We've been trying to make it work, but we just haven't gotten there yet. So
okay.
All right, well, I hope you get there soon.
Similar question. Moving on. You have to choose one: fireworks or parades. The other one goes away.
This one's very specific. Like, it depends. Yeah.
I would keep fireworks. Get rid of parades.
I'm going the other way. I love the parades.
Nah, fireworks. Yeah.
It depends on what parade I'm getting. Is it any parade? Like if it's Main Street Electrical Parade,
all parades in all of Disney World stays. Yeah. All the fireworks shows go away.
Are we bringing back wishes? Because bring back wishes, and then yeah.
I probably, I definitely would. I would go fireworks. Yeah.
Yeah, fireworks all the way.
All right, I got a couple more questions left. I'll
All
keep
right.
it to 3.
Okay.
Which would you choose? Would you ride only the classic? No, this one doesn't work.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to 2. I'm gonna stick to 2. Again, I'm gonna close off the get rid of one.
Yeah.
But you have to choose between Hollywood Studios and Epcot. One closes, one stays.
Ooh.
No, I hate you, Chewy. I'm not. I refuse.
Oh man, I would keep Epcot.
Ooh.
Okay.
Keep
My
Epcot.
heart.
That's a hard one though. That's hard.
Yeah, I would close Animal Kingdom.
Everyone would.
Yes.
They even Disney's basically closing it here in a few months. So
Yeah.
Not a zoo. Not a zoo.
Not a zoo. Not to open. I'm keeping Studios hands down. Studios is home for me. So.
I'm keeping Studios, but from a very selfish reason. Even though Epcot is my family's favorite, park, I really love Hollywood Studios for Toy Story Land, Galaxy's Edge, and then it still has those classic attractions from childhood. So it's very selfish that it hits nostalgia from way back and fandom today. So I'm like, all right, I'm keeping that.
I'll make you a deal, Chewy. Fix Journey into Imagination, and I will choose. And I'll go with Epcot.
See, so selfishly, like my thought process was, there's potential for them to fix Journey, so I need to keep Epcot. So
yeah,
hey,
like
everyone's got their reason.
We've been holding out on that hope, Derek, since what was it, the 90s, since the first time they redid it. So.
I look, I will die an old man holding to that hope. So.
Everybody's hating on Nigel Channing, huh? Okay, all right. Jason says my anniversary is November 5th, and we have been to Tokyo and Anaheim on my anniversary. I've never seen the Haunted Mansion outside of Orlando untainted. Okay, all right. All right.
Very final question.
Here it is. Last one.
Which would you choose? One perfect day at Disney World every year, or unlimited visits, but it's always at the highest crowd level?
I would choose the perfect day because I go unlimited and it's awful when it's crowded. So.
Okay.
I'm like, I could go whenever. And I'm like, I would rather have a perfect day where the weather's great and I could get on what I want. Like yesterday was close, but the weather was really hot. So yeah.
Well, that's good because the follow-up question to that is like, what is your perfect day?
Basically, yesterday was close. It was close. We got to really the only thing we didn't get to do yesterday that I was disappointed was we didn't make it to Animal Kingdom to do a couple of the big rides there. And that was just a time crunch thing because Animal Kingdom closed at 6. So, but I got to pretty much hit every big ride in the other parks. So, yeah.
Perfect. Alan?
Nice. Just give me, again, I'm not local, so give me unlimited every day, like unlimited days, and then I don't need to do everything. I don't need to have a perfect day. Be like, hey, today's my Haunted Mansion day. I'm gonna go ride Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna get a Dole Whip and out or something. So,
okay.
JShot.
I'm gonna go with perfect date, and my perfect date is April 25th.
Anniversary.
Oh, come on, guys! Really? No, that was the
birthday?
miscongeniality. Describe your perfect date. April 25th. Come on.
This is a Disney podcast, not a Sandra Bullock podcast. That comes later.
Yeah, I didn't know you had that movie right there, in the back of your mind.
I googled it. Come on, I was like, you said perfect date. I was like, what was the date from? It's William Shatner. Come on, there you go. Thank you, Jay Sinner. Thank you. Thank you.
No one's ever said that statement before.
Frankie, miscongeniality for the win. Frankie's got a question for you, Derek. What is your go-to park?
Ooh, probably Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios.
It's perfect park. It's the best park.
Yeah. Magic Kingdom is the worst to me because you have to park. It's like a 30-minute trek to get in and stuff. We don't do it that often. So
yeah.
That's why we do the free breakfast with parking thing usually at the Polynesian or something. We'll just drive over there, eat at a Kona cafe. So because I feel your pain on that one.
Yeah.
All right, Chewy, what was your answer? I don't think we got your answer.
I was gonna choose one perfect day.
Okay.
Because part of what I know is my relationship with Disney World is the longing for the next time, the excitement of going back. So I'm gonna I'm old enough to know that I need to keep that. If I was I'm able to all I can eat of Disney World, I probably wouldn't love it as much as I do.
No. Yeah, especially with the crowds. It's awful.
It's a different, like I will say,
Yeah.
living here, it's different. It's different when you have access to it whenever you want. And I don't go that often. I may go 3 to 4 times a month, you know.
Not that often.
Yeah, well,
You're speaking of people that go like once a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean, like there are people I know that go like 3 or 4 times a week, you know.
Sure.
And to me, like I think you would get kind of tired of it, you know, if you do it too much, you know. So there's a level of like it's fun. We don't go when it's hot, like the summer times, like it's miserable down here. And so I don't know how people trek it out. Even yesterday it was hot for us here, but
Alan exclusively goes in August.
We go in August. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Ooh. Yeah, see, like prime time for us is like November to like March, you know, like that's really, you get into that. So,
okay. All right. Well, it's about time for us. Derek, man, thank you so much for being here. This was an absolute blast. And I hope we didn't, you know, hopefully you'll come back again and we will berate you with more questions and more things that we want made from you. We will keep you busy, my friend. That is for sure. But
please.
For anybody who's not following you at Satisfactual Sign Co on Instagram, is there anywhere else that you want to follow you? You got Facebook, Twitter, or X?
I mean, I have TikTok, I have Facebook, I have Instagram's the main hub. I mean, Instagram's the main hub. So
go follow him. Probably some more drops coming soon. Hopefully, we'll see.
More doors, please.
Yes, yeah.
The next 2 are Sam Eagle, the one that's back. He's back here somewhere. I don't know where he's at. Behind me somewhere. And the Tower of Terror billboard.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. So there you go. More drops coming soon. And a huge shout out again to Matterhorn Stitch Co. For sponsoring us and sending us our shirts. We're gonna have more from them. We're gonna have some videos, and I promise I will get these shirts out to these guys so that we will now be wearing the shirts on the stream. So huge thank you to them. And hopefully discount code coming soon as long as we continue the partnership. But I want to make sure that we say a huge thank you to them. And for everybody who's watching us live or on the replay, huge thank you to you guys. We would not be doing this without you. Actually, we might be, because we do enjoy talking and being nerds. But it's even better when people watch the streams and interact. So huge thank you to you guys on the watching us live and on the chat here, and for anybody who's commenting. Otherwise, on behalf of myself, Chewy, and Alan, we'll see you real soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. See ya.